So according to Experian, there's over $800 billion worth of credit card debt in the US alone, meaning that on average, each credit card is carrying about $5,000 worth of debt. Now, for many Americans, this is a significant problem because credit card debt is some of the highest interest debt out there, and the average American doesn't even have enough money to cover a $1,000 unexpected expense. However, there are currently a number of solutions on the market that allow people with credit card debt to get it paid off sooner and with less interest. One of these such solutions is called Tally. So in this video, we'll be providing you with a full Tally review showing you exactly how the service works, whether it's going to be worthwhile, and what the potentially hidden costs of the service could be. And if at any point you want to sign up for Tally, we've got links in the description and pinned comment below for your convenience. So starting right off, what actually is Tally? Well, Tally is a credit payoff solution founded in 2015 that attempts to make it easier for individuals to manage and pay off their credit card debt. Now, the average American has 4 different credit cards, which means 4 different interest rates, 4 different balances, 4 different payments to make every single month, and just 4 different headaches in general. So one of the main value propositions of Tally is that it's going to take all of your credit card debts and lump them all together, consolidate them into one easy monthly payment. It's also going to incorporate different notifications and automation tools to make this as easy and seamless as possible. Now, in addition to their automated payments, they also offer a line of credit. And this essentially is a new line of credit that you'll take out with Tally, which will pay off all of your existing credit card debt. And again, consolidate all of that into one simple line of credit with Tally. So in essence, this tool is going to be useful for anyone who is currently paying down multiple credit card debts and wants to make the process easier and potentially save money as well, which we're going to talk about in just a second. The platform also has a very high rating on the App Store with over 16,000 reviews and a 4.5 star rating. But that being said, how does Tally actually work? Well, downloading the app and signing up for an account are totally free, and you can use the link down below in the description if you want to support the channel as well. Then to get started, you'll have to provide your basic information like your name, your email address, your phone number, your social security number, and your address, just so that Tally can verify that you are who you say you are. You're also going to need your banking information where all of your outstanding credit cards are so that Tally can analyze that and figure out the best way to save you as much money and headache as possible. At this point, Tally will do a credit check, which will not affect your credit score. They're basically just checking if you are going to be eligible for that line of credit that I mentioned earlier, which will consolidate all of your credit card debt into one spot. In general, you're going to need about a 580 credit score in order to qualify for this line of credit. But even if you don't qualify, there are still features on Tally that can benefit you in paying down that credit card debt. So at this point, if you're eligible, Tally is going to extend you a potential offer for a line of credit, which you can then choose to either accept or decline. That line of credit is going to have one fixed interest rate on it, and they'll even give you an estimate of how much it will save you over the course of your credit card debt. On top of that, by making your payments on time, you can actually receive discount offers from Tally that help you pay off your debt even faster. And the average Tally user actually pays off their credit card debt twice as fast as if they weren't using the service. So all in all, sounds pretty good so far. Now, the next thing we need to cover is the 3 different plans that Tally has offered to their users. So depending on your situation, different plans might make sense for you based on what you're looking for. The 3 options you have to choose from are Tally, Tally Plus, and Tally Plus Express. Now, Tally and Tally Plus are free to use. You're still going to have to pay interest on your loan, but Tally Plus Express is going to actually cost you $300 per year. Now, in a little bit, we'll talk about why that might actually make sense for you, but let's start with the original Tally plan. Now, with this basic plan, you're really only getting a couple of features to help you pay off your debt faster. The first of which is credit card management. So within the Tally app, you're going to be able to view all of your cards in one place and manage all of them from one centralized location. You can also set up automatic payments from within Tally to make sure that you never miss a payment on your cards. And you can also automate additional payments so that you can pay down those cards even faster. Because if you're just making the minimum payment, it's probably going to take you quite a long time to pay off those debts. Now, when it comes to actually paying off those debts, you get to choose one of 3 different payoff methods that Tally offers. You've got the Avalanche, the Snowball, and the Credit Score Optimizer. With the Avalanche method, Tally is going to work on your highest interest debts first. So you'll start off by paying down your highest interest rate debt and then proceed all the way down the line. Mathematically, this is going to be the most effective way to pay off your debts, and it's going to minimize the amount of interest that you owe. The next method they have is the snowball method. And while this one might not make the most sense financially, mentally it can often be a lot more motivating to you, because with the snowball method, you're paying down your lowest balance debt first. So maybe you have one credit card that just has $200 of debt on it. You'd start off with that credit card, even though the interest rate might not be the highest, and then you just work your way up from there. So maybe you have one with a $200 balance, then one's got a $1,000 balance, a $2,000 balance, a $5,000 balance. You'll just kind of work your way from the bottom up, which can be pretty motivating because every time you cross one credit card off the list, it gives you another boost of encouragement. Now, with the credit score optimization method, basically what you're going to be doing here is focusing on your credit cards with the highest utilization ratio and paying those ones down first. So a credit utilization ratio basically is just a number that represents of your available credit on your card, how much are you using? So if you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit and you have $500 of credit card debt on it, you've got a 50% utilization, which is quite high. So with this method, you'll be paying down those high utilization debts first and will hopefully improve your credit score faster along the way. So all of that is within the basic free Tally plan. Now, progressing from there, you've got Tally Plus, and this is where that line of credit comes into play that I mentioned earlier. With Tally Plus, you are getting that line of credit and you're paying off all of your credit cards with that line of credit and then making one simple payment to Tally. So you don't have to worry about the payment strategy because you're just making one simple payment to Tally. Now, the interest rate on this payment with Tally can range anywhere from 7.9% all the way up to 25.9%. This is going to depend on a variety of factors, including your credit score. Now, if Tally extends you an offer and that interest rate they're offering you is higher than your credit card debt, then you can choose to reject that offer and not take them up on that line of credit, at which point you would decide which of the payment strategies you want to use, whether it's the snowball, the avalanche, or the credit score optimization, and then proceed from there. Now, with Tally Plus Express, you're basically getting that same line of credit that you would with Tally Plus, except you are going to potentially qualify for a larger line of credit, better interest rates, and discounts as well. That being said, the plan does cost $300 per year, but you're not going to be paying that up front. Instead, it's going to be baked into each one of your monthly payments. So now you're probably wondering, why would I choose to pay $300 per year? What is the benefit to that? Well, the main benefit is potentially qualifying for a much lower interest rate, because if you make 12 on-time payments with Tally Plus Express, they're going to drop your APR all the way down to 4%. Now, compared to the potentially 20% plus that you could be paying on a credit card, a 4% interest rate can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars throughout the course of your debt, depending on how much debt you actually have. Now, if you're trying to figure out whether this Tally Plus Express fee will actually end up saving you money, they have a calculator on their site that when they're extending you this offer, it'll show you whether it'll save you money or not, so you can decide whether or not it makes sense for you. Now, a really important question that a lot of potential Tally users have is, will Tally hurt your credit score? If you're in a place where you have a significant amount of credit card debt, it's likely that your credit score isn't all that great and you want to really make sure that you're not going to be doing anything to harm your score. So first off, applying for Tally will not impact your credit score. They're going to check your credit, but it's not going to be a hard inquiry on your credit report. Then, if you choose to accept that line of credit with Tally, they are going to report that as a line of credit on your credit report. But it's not going to be reported the same way as a credit card would with high utilization. Instead, it'll be reported as a line of credit, and so it won't be hurting your utilization ratio as much as a maxed out credit card would be. However, if you do become delinquent on your Tally payments, they are going to be required to report that to the credit bureau. So similar to defaulting on a credit card, you can also default on your Tally payments. You're going to want to make sure that you are making those monthly payments on time. So all that being said, is Tally a platform worth using? Well, ever since 2015, Tally has been saving thousands of people money on their credit card debt interest. It's got very strong ratings with both Trustpilot and the App Store, and so many of their users are very happy with the service. Now, it's really going to make the most sense for someone with multiple lines of credit that they're looking to pay down and would rather just consolidate all in one place to have a more simple and affordable pay down process. Now, if you want to sign up for Tally, we've got a link in the description and pinned comment below that you can use if you so choose. And if you want a more comprehensive written review of the Tally platform, you can find that over on our website, investingsimple.com. The easiest way to find that is to head on over to Google, search for Tally Review, and then click on the link for investingsimple.com. We'll see you over there.